Hello, this is Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X elsewhere, and it is time to return to the mysteries of Lamplight City. Now, if you remember our last interaction, we had just got done looking around here, and now it's time to talk to Mr.
Solomon?
Yes, sir. How may I be of service? Oh, let me guess. You're looking to replace that old coat. It looks like it's got quite a few stories it could tell me.
You should listen to the man, Miles. He clearly knows what he's talking about.
Not today, I'm afraid. There's still a few more stories it has left to tell. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Questions? Very well, but if they aren't about tailoring, I don't know how much help I'll be.
Well, there is some things you can ask.
This is a nice shop you have. I never even knew it existed.
Well, better late than never, I always say. Life has a funny way of always taking us where we need to go in the end.
True. Although I think it's easy to miss out on things from time to time.
Oh, of course. It's easy to overlook the details, but in the grand scheme of things, you'll end up where you need to be. And in this case, you ended up here. So, please, feel free to take a look around. Let me know if you find anything you like.
Alright, well let's ask about the
I
fabric.
found this piece of torn fabric with your emblem on it. Can you tell me anything about it?
Yes. Brown, wool, houndstooth. This is from one of the more popular jackets I sell.
And here I thought my ability to name ales within 5 seconds of tasting them was good. This fella has me beat.
Do you have anything in stock currently?
Well, sure, I've got one on the display dummy over there.
Is there any way you can tell me who you've sold them to?
Oh, I don't think so. I've sold at least 20 in the past month. As I said, it's a very popular style.
Ah, okay. Well, let's ask about
Is there anything you can tell me about this button?
Looks like it's made of wood. Not very well crafted either. Definitely not from one of my products.
Okay, which we
How
figured.
did you get into this business, Mr. Solomon?
I was always good with a needle and thread. When I was a boy in Poland, I would help my mother with her sewing. Then, during the war with Russia, I fixed uniforms and stitched up wounds. Not long after that, I moved to Vespuccia, settled here in New Britannia. My first shop was in the Chum, but thankfully, I was very successful and was able to move to Lyon. I won't lie to you, this location is much, much nicer. It's refreshing to not have to step over drunken hobos when I open and close the shop.
Oh, but that's part of the charm of owning a business in the Chum.
Not much else to say beyond that. My business is my life.
You seem very dedicated to your craft.
That's right. You won't see any of that newfangled steam-powered nonsense in here. Everything is done by hand and with care. I use only the finest quality materials and stitch every thread myself. And that's the way it's gonna stay as long as I'm around. It's worked for 45 years. There's no reason to change as far as I'm concerned.
I'll be taking my leave of you now, Mr. Solomon.
Very good.
Well, that was a very interesting, but I want to look
Come to
at
think
this
of it,
display.
I have seen plenty of people wearing that design. No tears in this one, though.
Alright. So we have asked questions. But now we have to figure some things out. So let's see. Mrs. Davis?
Hello again, Mr. Fordham. Did you hear? The Harrises got a note from the kidnapper.
I didn't hear. When was this?
Yes.
Oh, not long ago. Within the hour. You should go see them about it.
Thank you, Mrs. Davis. I shall.
I want to see if is there anything new I can get from
I have
her?
some questions for you, Mrs. Davis.
All right.
Anything?
Mrs. Davis, have you ever had Linda visit you at the Harris Manor?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, of course not.
Then would you care to explain your note to her in the Spectre Society guest book?
Please, Mr. Fordham, I didn't mean to lie to you. It's just that it gets so lonely by myself in the house at night. So every now and then, I invite them to come over for tea and some company.
I see. And when was the last time this happened?
2
Yeah.
nights ago? Please don't tell Mr. Harris, Mr. Fordham. If they found out what I was doing, they'd have me dismissed without a reference.
I won't. But I'd very much like to speak with Mrs. Walker. Do you have
Yes.
any idea where I can find her?
All I know is that she works as a seamstress at a shop in Lyon, but I don't know the name. I'm sorry, I can't be any more help.
Hello? Thank you.
for your time, Davis.
That is more
Very welcome.
information. Alright, so let's go talk with the Harrises. I want to find out what is this note.
Davis.
Maybe spirits guide your
Agreed.
Oh, Mr. Stordom, I think you're back.
Yes.
What's going on?
I just brought this in. We found it at the gate outside.
Harris family, we have your son. If you ever want to see him again, you must stop building the new airship. We are not joking.
I have some questions for you, Harris.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
What is your opinion of this ransom note?
It's
Yeah.
obvious that Mr. Fordham. Why are you wasting your time here? Go arrest Mr. Devons!
Those are all the questions I had for now.
All right.
Let's see what her opinion
I
on
have
the
some
note.
questions for you if you're up to answering them, Mrs. Harris.
I'll try my best, Mr. Fordham.
Did you read the ransom note?
No, Malcolm wouldn't let me. He said I was already too upset.
That's all for now, Mrs. Harris.
Very well.
Wait. Alright. Well, I don't think it's him, to be honest. So let's talk to him. I honestly
Mr.
don't
Devons?
think it's him.
Yes?
Mr. Devons, what can you tell me about this note?
I've never seen that before in my life.
Are you sure about that?
Absolutely. It's as I told you. I had nothing to do with that boy's kidnapping. I didn't even know he existed until you told me. Remember?
Yeah. And that note conveniently showed up right after you had that conversation. Let him stew in his own lies. His unique way of spelling is all the evidence we need to tie him to the note.
Yeah.
Very well, Mr. Devons. Forget I asked. Good day to you, Mr. Devons.
You too, Mr. Fordham.
Yeah, I don't think it's
This Arthur
him.
Devons Joker is bad news. Not only is he making threats to the Harris family, he also has the nerve to send the ransom note. We have enough evidence to pin the crime on him, I think. The police can deal with the headache of actually finding the baby.
Clyde Harris has no concern for the
The
people who
problem
died
is,
aboard the...
I don't think he's the one. I'm gonna talk with Solomon again. He says his shop
Welcome
is
back.
in Lyon.
Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Actually, you can.
I've got some more questions for you.
All right, I'll do my best to answer them.
Yeah. Linda
Do you
Walker.
by chance employ a seamstress named Linda Walker?
I do, yes.
Is she here?
No, she has the day off today, but she'll be in tomorrow.
Would it be possible to have her address?
Begging your pardon, but why should I give it to you?
I'm a private investigator, and it's crucial to this case.
Well, as I said, she'll be here tomorrow. You can ask her then.
It really is a matter of some urgency.
I'm sure it can wait a day.
But
If it were really that urgent, I would think the police would be involved, not a private investigator. I'm not obligated to tell you anything, so please, let's move on before I lose my patience.
God damn it.
please, Mr. Solomon, it's extremely important that I get Mrs. Walker's address.
So you said, but why should I?
I know I said I was a private investigator before, but there's a more delicate reason I want to speak with Mrs. Walker.
Oh?
Her son, Alexander, and mine were schoolmates. I just found a book he lent my son, and I wanted to return it. I've been trying to track her down for ages, and only just found out where she worked.
Oh, I see. It was a terrible tragedy what happened with her boy and her husband. I know how private Mrs. Walker is, but I'm sure she would appreciate you returning her son's book. All right. She lives at 403 St. Agnes Street.
Bingo.
Remember when you couldn't even bring yourself to trick people into thinking their shoelaces were untied? You've come a long way, Miles.
I'll be taking my leave of you now, Mr. Solomon.
Very good.
Because I do not think that Harris has probably taken advantage of the tragedy. Walker residence. Uh-oh. Is this her residence, or is this it?
Nobody home. Now what? It says here that Linda Walker is in the upstairs apartment, and someone named Douglas Emafiel is under the stairs.
Oh. Alright, let's see if he can help me.
What? Who are you? Are you from the Steamworks?
Afraid not, sir.
Damn. Oh well, what can I do for you?
Why did you think I was from the Steamworks?
Because I contacted them a few days ago when my boiler broke, and nobody has come to repair it yet.
Oh.
I should have known better. Those fools always take their time, if they even bother showing up at all. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in here with nothing but cold water. If I catch pneumonia and die, you'll know who to blame.
Do you know Linda Walker?
Of course. She lives upstairs. Who's asking?
I'm Miles Fordham. I'm trying to find Linda so I can speak with her.
What's your business with her?
I'm afraid that's private.
Well, she's out right now. You'll have to come back another time if you want to visit her.
Out?
Have you got any idea when Mrs. Walker will be back?
Not for a few days. She told me she was going away for a bit. Ah, that reminds me. She asked me to water her plants while she was gone. Just need to remember where I put the spare key.
Did you say something about having a spare key to Mrs. Walker's apartment?
Sure, I'm her landlord. I look after the place when she's gone. Got a bit of a green thumb, that one, so she puts me in charge of watering her plants. The trip up is a bit of a pain, though. My hips aren't what they used to be.
Sorry to bother you, sir. I'll just be on my way.
Well, let's see what we can do about this
Miles,
boiler.
what are you doing? You don't know the first thing about steam engine repair.
It can't be that hard to work out.
If you're serious about getting it fixed, I'd suggest looking for someone who knows about this sort of thing first. But if you just want to charge in blindly, be my guest.
Okay, I'm gonna solve this puzzle. Alright, so let's open the door.
It won't go any further in that direction.
Okay. Starter valve. So this is a puzzle here.
These pipes are connected to the flue. They must heat up the water in this overgrown tea kettle.
Yes.
These pipes are connected to the... These pipes are connected...
It won't go any further in that direction.
Okay.
It won't go any further in that direction.
These pipes are connected. A fine fuel source.
Yeah, it's a fine fuel source.
These pipes are connected. I don't think you should leave this thing unattended before you've made any repairs.
So now I got... I wonder if I could talk to Upton and figure out if she knows anything.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Yeah, let's talk.
Can we go over my current case?
Of course. What have you got?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about repairing boilers, would you?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I fix 10 of them every day before breakfast.
Just thought I'd ask. That's enough about the case for now.
Okay.
That's it, I think.
Then you'd better get back to it.
Yeah. So I need somebody who knows about...
All that metal.
Who would know how to repair a boiler? Who would know? Not him. Wonder if he knows anything.
I'll let you know if I have any more questions, Mr. Harris.
I wonder if I can look at this thing here.
The steam-powered, or in the case of
Not here. I doubt he's gonna know anything, but let's ask him.
I've got some more questions, Mr. LaFay.
Go ahead, then.
Let's see.
Do you know anything about fixing a steam boiler?
Bit of an odd question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought perhaps you might have occasion to fix your heater.
I do, but when the occasion comes, I usually just call a repairman or someone from the steamworks.
Fair enough. I think that's all for now.
Okay, he's got nothing. Shoot. Wonder if he...
He's busy with his
Okay. Yeah, he's not gonna... ask Mrs. Davis if she knows how to repair.
Hello again, Mr. Fordham.
Somebody has to know.
I'll let you know if I have anything.
All right.
Okay. She don't know.
I'll be going now.
May the...
He wouldn't know.
Welcome back, Mr. Fordham.
Did I ask you about things, Maxwell?
Certainly, darling.
Thank you
No.
for the information.
It was...
I'm not gonna... I wonder if she's got anything here on Steam Tech. Spirits of the Easter, the Art of Science, Deep, Voodoo, Lines Behind the Veil. No.
I'll be going now.
May the spirits guide you to that which you seek.
No, I'm hoping so. Alright, I wonder if she knows anything.
Ah, home at last.
Good to see you made it back in one piece.
Yep. I could try talking with her. I don't know if it'll help.
Addie?
What do you need, dear?
Addie, you wouldn't happen to have any manuals on repairing steam engines in your library, would you?
Thinking of changing careers?
No, there's just a boiler that needs repairing, and I need to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
A boiler? What kind of engine is it?
I'm not sure, but it had Whitney 200 embossed on the side.
Oh, of course. That's one of the most common steam engines around, used in practically everything.
Oh.
In fact, the player piano at the Firkin and Fryer had one, and that thing was always going out of alignment. If that's all that's happened with this one, I know how to fix it. Used to have to do it all the time.
Nice.
Fordham, you are just full of surprises.
Indeed.
Where is this boiler?
Not terribly far. It's a townhouse on St. Agnes in Livingston.
Let's go then. I could use some fresh air.
There we go.
Not quite a player piano, but it shouldn't be too tough. Would you like me to walk you through it, or would you prefer I fix it myself?
Please, tell me what I need to do.
All right, let's take a closer look.
Okay.
Right, the first thing you'll want to do is open up the firebox door and light that coal on fire. And it'll be a good idea to open the engine hatch too, so you can keep an eye on it.
Okay.
That was easy enough. What's next?
Yeah.
Now you want to open the flue and close the fire door so the water in the tank starts boiling.
Okay.
Once that happens, steam will enter the dome, and that big pressure indicator will start going up. Assuming the steam valve is completely shut, of course.
And if it isn't?
Then the pressure will be transferred into the engine and the small indicator will go up. You want to use the valves to balance out the pressure and get just the right amount into the engine before starting it up.
What is the right amount?
If I remember correctly, it was 3 on the small gauge. Less than that and the engine won't start. Any higher will tear the thing apart.
All right, here goes nothing.
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. See, 1, 2, that's too high.
It won't go any further in that direction.
I did it!
Nice work, Miles. Maybe if the private investigator thing doesn't work out, we can start our own engine repair service.
Yeah.
Boilers are a lot like people, you know. They need to let off steam occasionally, or else they explode. You'd do well to remember that, dearest. Anyway, I need to be off for my appointment with Mrs. Lupone. I'll see you tonight.
Thank you, Adelaide.
Yes? What is it?
I fixed the boiler for you.
What? Are you serious? It's pretty pathetic when some yahoo off the street does a better job than the people paid to do this sort of thing. I owe you, friend.
I'm a private detective, and it's of the utmost importance that I get that key from you.
Is that right? Is Mrs. Walker in trouble? Has she done something wrong?
I'm not entirely sure yet, which is why I need to take a look inside her apartment.
I see. Well, I wouldn't normally do this, but you did me a great service by fixing the boiler.
Yes.
I can't just give you the spare key, but I can let you into the apartment.
That'll be just fine. Thank you.
Oh.
What in the ether?
Cripes, did a tornado come through this place or what?
Looks as though she definitely left in a hurry. I wonder if she planned on ever coming back.
I'll be waiting for you in the kitchen, Mr. Fordham. Just let me know when you're done looking around.
Okay.
Nice patterns. I wonder if Linda makes all her own clothes.
She might.
I thought my apartment was messy.
Yeah. What's this?
It's a boy. Can't be more than 7 or 8 years old. If that's Linda's son. Why would she leave this behind?
Good question.
That bit of torn wallpaper looks almost deliberate.
Yeah, it does.
What do you know? She hid a book behind the wallpaper. Looks like a journal.
Yeah. I don't believe it. Can it be true? At tonight's meeting, I struck up a conversation with Henrietta. Charles Harris was born the day Alexander died, and he has blue eyes. I know I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but this is too perfect to be a fluke. To be sure, I need to find something of Alexander's appropriate for an infant. Maybe his old bear. Charles loved Barney. Henrietta told me she's never seen him react with such joy to any of his other playthings. There is no doubt now in my mind Charles Harris is the reincarnation of my beloved Alexander. At least we can be together again. At last, I can seek his forgiveness. I just need to find a way to take him from his false parents without getting dear Henrietta in trouble. I had the nightmare again. Last night, Alexander's cries of, "Why did you do it, Mother?" were nearly too much to bear. When I have him again, I can finally explain that I couldn't do anything to stop him. Thomas was a monster, and I was at my wit's end. Dear Samuel had helped me so much, and there was no turning back once he had consumed the tainted pie. How was I to know Alexander's friend would take ill, and he would arrive home early? Watching my boy share the poisoned meal with his father was the worst moment of my life. I must get him back. Finally, after months of thinking, I have a plan. Samuel's instruction on the nature of plants has been the key. I will visit Henrietta tonight at the Harris residence and prepare everything. It must look as though a burglar entered the nursery and tore his coat. In 2 nights, I'll have my baby again.
Well, this is pretty damn incriminating.
Yeah.
I'll say. Now we just need to figure out where she's gone, as well as how she managed to drug Mrs. Davis.
Yep, I knew
We've got you now, Linda. Thought you could be clever and get away with the baby, did you?
Bill?
Well, you thought wrong. With Fordham and Legere on the case, the only thing you're getting is a one-way trip to jail.
Bill?
And the worst part is how sloppy she was. I mean, really? She couldn't think to pick up a button? She might as well have left a signed confession in the crib for all the good it did her.
Bill, would you just shut up, for God's sake? Huh? Is everything all right?
Yes, everything's just fine. I just stubbed my toe on the bed frame.
You also be more careful, Mr. Fordham.
Yeah.
Sorry, Miles. You know how I get when we're close to solving a case.
You always do this. I need to concentrate, and I can't hear myself think with you yapping away.
Right. Sorry. I'll keep it to myself.
Thank you.
All right.
But you have to admit, she really would have saved us the trouble if...
Bill.
Right. Not another peep. As you were.
All right. And we're going to save it here. We're going to finish investigating things after this. But now we know that the child was kidnapped. We know that the protesters aren't the cause of the kidnapping. So, until next time, this is Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X elsewhere. Inviting you to subscribe to the channel, and if you've watched to the end, I do thank you. And we will solve this case, I believe, in the next episode of our playthrough of Lamplight City. Now, I would appreciate it if you also check out some of the other videos. I'm doing a playthrough in the Tomb Raider franchise, currently working through Tomb Raider Last Revelation. And also, if you enjoy other point-and-click adventures I've played through with a mystery vibe to them, or some more similar vibe, I played through Kathy Rain, Detective is Born, I Have No Mouth, and I Must Scream. That's a little unconventional, but it's fun. Those are fun, so check them out. I've also played through the Dark Side Detective, and hopefully when the second one comes out, I can pick that up and play through that. I'm also working my way through the Sherlock Holmes series. I'm going to be starting Sherlock Holmes, The Case of the Silver Earring. I am also working my way through the Aliens vs. Predator 2010 release in this one, and I just finished the Marine campaign, so I'll be starting the Alien campaign when I revisit that one again. I am also working my way through the Henry Stickmin collection. I'm actually going to try and unlock the achievements in that one. Some of the achievements I haven't gotten so far, before starting completing the mission, which has multiple endings already, and it's going to be fun. I am also working my way through The Witness, working on solving those puzzles with as little help as I need to get, as well as we examine that whole lovely island. It is a lovely island. I am also working through the Zork franchise in a chronological order, so I'm starting with Zork 0. And I am working my way through Gibbous, a Cthulhu adventure. It's a very fun game, and I recommend that you try that one out too. As for now, take care everyone, and have a good day. Bye.